In the new update, Valve added 3 brand new collections to CS2 which you can get completely for free in the weekly care package as long as you have Prime. Today we're going to check out the best looking skins from those collections, and with that being said, let's get right into the video. Starting with the Ascent collection, the Sawed Off Runoff features a brand new finish called case hardening. It looks like a case hardened finish, it's got a nice gleam to it and bright lighting, and it's super pattern based. On the R8 we got the Cobalt Grip. It's basically a OEM plus skin. It's basically completely stock, however the handle does change to purple, so it looks pretty clean. The P250 Plum netting is extremely pattern based with a purple color as the base. You can get max purple patterns that look really clean. This example is going to be pattern 9. The Tech 9 Blue Blast is super basic in terms of color, however the entire skin has a very nice metallic shine to it, and that just makes the skin look super clean. The Nova Turquoise 4 has a really cool design where it looks like an oil spill or an acrylic floor. Now this skin has some golden parts and they actually gleam in bright lighting. This skin is incredibly pattern based, so you can get all sorts of colors depending on the pattern that you get. This one has a lot of green and blue. This pattern is completely light blue. This pattern is one of my favorites. It's completely purple with a ton of swirls of gold. I think this pattern looks incredible. The Dualies got blessed with a ton of clean skins. This right here is going to be the Rose Nacre. It's basically full bronze with a nice shine to it. Honestly, a super clean skin for full bronze inventories. The Ascent collection features a ton of clean two-tone skins. Here's the Galil Robin's Egg, and this skin is perfect for crafting as well as pairing with spearmints. Next up, the XM1014 Gumwall Camo. I'm featuring this skin because it's incredibly pattern based. For example, this pattern has a ton of pink on it, and this pattern has a ton of purple and blue. I love pattern-based skins because there's so much variety with 1,000 patterns compared to one. We finally got a purple colored skin on the Negev. That's going to be the Sour Grapes. Basically full purple. If you have a purple inventory, this skin is going to fit in nicely. The Glock 18 got a super nice blue skin. That's going to be the Ocean Topo. It's incredibly pattern-based and it does have a topography style to it. Also, all the lines on this skin are going to be reflective, so the silver does shine in bright lighting. Honestly, a gorgeous skin with a ton of pattern variation. Here's an example of how the patterns vary. Some will be primarily blue, some have a ton of silver lines. You can now get a free Zoo skin in your weekly care package. It's going to be the Electric Blue, basically full blue with a nice anodized shine to it. It's pretty basic, but hey, if you need a Zoo skin, you can get it. The Deagle got a minty colored skin. That's going to be the Mint Fan, and it's incredibly pattern based. It does have a floral design to it. Let me show you some patterns. I have a few examples to show you guys. So here's pattern 100, here's what pattern 200 looks like, and here's pattern 300 with a centered flower. Overall, the color scheme on this Deagle is really nice. The P90 Reef Grief is one of the best P90 skins we've gotten in a long time. It's completely pattern based. It's got an aquatic theme. We've got different seaweeds, we've got different corals, and the colors are going to be primarily green and blue. Now let me show you some patterns. Pattern 130 has a coral directly in the middle of the gun with a ton of blue towards the back. If you want to get the coral directly in the back of the gun, pattern 420 is a really good example as well. And on pattern 560, the entire gun is completely filled out with detail. If you combine this skin with amphibious gloves, it's a crazy good combo. On the P2000, we got the gorgeous Royal Baroque. It's navy blue with golden accents, and this skin is pattern based, so let me show you a few examples. You can see on pattern 10 we've got a really cool chandelier design, or whatever it is, on the handle that's super visible, and pattern 60 has a completely different handle compared to the previous pattern. Overall, it's a great skin. It's unfortunate that it's on the P2000. In my opinion, the cleanest skin in the entire Ascent collection is going to be the USPS Royal Guard. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's super minimal, but it looks incredible. Golden accents with blue on the slide, black as the base color. Overall, this skin is so nice. You can craft on it. It's going to fit perfect with a lot of inventories. Honestly, this skin is tremendous. Today's video is sponsored by Clash.gg, a case opening site with a ton of different cases to choose from. They also offer game modes like Crash, Doubles, and Case Battles where you can open cases with up to 5 players. If you want to open 3 cases completely free, you can use code SLADE, and that also gives you a 5% deposit bonus. Link is in the description. You can instantly withdraw using crypto or choose from a huge selection of skins and pick your favorites. If you do KYC, Clash offers a rain feature where you can claim free gems every 30 minutes and a free daily case. Remember, this is a case opening site, so only play if you're over the age of 18 and gamble responsibly. The self-exclusion feature is there if you need it. We finally got a brand new laminate skin in CS2, and it is arguably the best one. This is the Midnight Laminate. It's basically purple and blue. However, this skin has a super unique feature. It does have the color shift effect, so if we look down, it turns pink, kind of goes to purple, and then back to light blue. This skin changes color depending on the angle you hold it at, and it is absolutely incredible. Easily the best laminate skin in the entire game. And the pink rarity skin for the Ascent collection is going to be the M4A1S Stratosphere. In my opinion, it is a perfect skin for crafting and for purple inventories as well. It looks incredible with Imperial Plaids. You have so many options for crafting, like with the star stickers. Honestly, the design is quite detailed. We've got jets, we've got the earth, we've got space. It's a gorgeous skin. I love how they're doing like a space theme came with the skin in mind. I'm going to be completely transparent. Getting a pink or purple rarity skin in your weekly care package is going to be very difficult. The odds are really low. However, a lot of the low rarity skins are actually pretty good as well, and that's why we're showing them today. Next up, we got the Boreal collection, which primarily has green skins. First up is going to be the Zoo Swamp DD-Pat. It is the worst zoo skin out of them all. However, I am going to mention it because once again, you can get a free zoo skin in the drops. The R8 Leafhopper has the exact same color scheme as the Amber Fade, but in my opinion, it looks way better. I love the metallic textures. The handle has like this opaline color, and the skin is pretty easy to get because it's industrial grade. In this collection, the P90 got the mustard gas. Now, this skin has a gradient throughout the whole gun. Also, we have these little clouds that are going to be yellow, and also this skin is incredibly pattern based. So let me show you the different patterns. Pattern 1 has a ton of this cyan color at the back of the gun. Pattern 20 is primarily dark green, and you can also see that the clouds do move with the patterns. Lastly, pattern 150 has a full gradient from the dark green to the cyan, and it does have a ton of stripes. So this skin, you can basically change the color of the skin depending on what pattern you get. One of the best skins from the Boreal collection is going to be the polished malachite on the dualies. This skin is incredible. We've got a really nice texture on the handles. The actual barrels are going to be anodized green, and the metallic silver parts are going to be shiny. It is a gorgeous looking skin, and on top of that, it's pattern based. The handles actually change depending on what pattern you get. So for example, here's pattern 100. You can also compare the handles to pattern 200. Once again, it's a very minor difference, but still you do have some variation in the patterns themselves. The P2000 Marsh is absolutely incredible. You can see it's got that new glitter texture, but also it does shift colors. So when I move it around, you can see it kind of changes from green to orange, and also from like teal to light green. So this skin is absolutely incredible. I wish it was on another gun, but it is on the P2000. The MP5 finally got some new skins. That's going to be the gold leaf. It is unfortunately a camo skin. However, I did want to mention that all the golden parts are actually shiny. They've got a nice reflection to them, and this skin is heavily pattern based as well, so you can get more gold. Next up, the Mac 10 Poplar Thicket works extremely similar to the P90 skin, where it's super pattern based, and you can change the colors of the background depending on the pattern. The main design is going to be a lot of tree branches and leaves. For a few pattern examples, here we have pattern 10, where you can see a lot of tree branches in the middle. Pattern 100 has a lot of leaves in the middle of the gun, as well as that dark green color. And some patterns, like for example 800, will have diagonal tree branches. So once again, there's a ton of pattern variation here. The USPS Tropical Breeze is basically the green version of the Royal Guard. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's got a flora print to it. We've got nice golden accents, and this skin is pattern based, so you can kind of move the flowers around depending on the pattern. If you like simple OEM plus skins or crafting, I would recommend the AK Winter Green. It's super basic, but it is quite clean. Next up, the Glock Glockingbird. It's a super interesting skin. We've got green and yellow as the base colors, along with silver, and we have some bird decals, we've got some flowers, and a finish line on both ends of the gun. Honestly, a very strange design, but you know, if you like it, go for it. The M4 Sheet Lightning is one of the best skins out of all the collections. It's bronze and gray, and the main feature is going to be lightning covering the entire top part of the gun. When you hold it up in bright lighting, all of the lightning parts are going to light up with the silver color. I think this skin is so nice. I usually never do giveaways, but for this video, I am giving away a factory new Sheet Lightning. All you have to do to enter is make sure to be subbed, drop a like on the video, and let me know in the comments down below what your favorite skin out of all of these collections is. The pink rarity skin from the Boreal collection is going to be the Green Energy. This skin is going to be super hard to get in your drop because it's super low odds. However, this skin is very nice in itself. So we've got a nice gradient from the teal to the green. We've got that lightning bolt design, almost like a new gen lightning strike op, and also we've got that new glitter texture throughout the whole gun. So overall, the colors are incredible, and this skin really pops in game. And finally, we get to the Radiant collection. First up is going to be the Pink Pearl CZ75. It's a super basic skin. Once again, it's two-tone, but it is quite clean. You have some great options for crafting. The Dualies Bordeaux are going to be super simple, but once again, super clean. We've got a nice finish with the matte black on the barrels, and the handles have a really nice wooden texture as well with the pink pearl color. If you're a fan of simple skins, the Galil O Ranger is one of the best. It's basically full matte gray with orange outlines. It kind of gives me Tron vibes. I don't know, this skin is just so sleek. I absolutely love it. P250 Sedimentary features a ton of different shades of tan, and this skin is very pattern based. It's quite hard to tell because the pattern kind of blends in with the background, but for an example, here's the first pattern, and here's the second pattern for comparison. Basically, the swirls that look like Damascus steel textures are going to change depending on which pattern you get. The P250 Red Tide has the exact same pattern sheet as the P90 Reef Grief. You can see the corals and the seaweeds. However, the color scheme is going to be a little bit different. We've got tan up top with red at the bottom. Let me show you some pattern variation. Pattern 100 will have corals in the middle of the handle. Pattern 200 has a lot of seaweeds on the handle, and pattern 700 is going to be primarily red. Overall, the color scheme is super nice. The Scout Blush Pour also features an oil spill pattern to it. and it's incredibly pattern based with a ton of different colors to choose from. Pattern 1 has bronze running down the middle, pattern 5 is going to have way more pink and brown compared to other patterns, and pattern 50 has way more blue towards the front of the gun. I'm really happy they added a new pattern based skin on the Scout. The M4A1S Rose Hex is super pattern based, it's basically filled out with hexagons, however it does have a really nice color and that's why I mentioned it. The Glock 18 Coral Bloom is absolutely gorgeous, we've got a ton of nice colors, we've got roses, we've got plants, it's basically a full flora themed skin, so if you like this type of skin, go for it. It's going to be the only option on the Glock, and it's also super pattern based. You can see that the skin looks different depending on the pattern. This right here is going to have a ton of red roses on top with a lot more orange roses compared to the previous pattern. I highly recommend checking out the best patterns on this skin. I'm including the Op Arsenic spill mainly because it looks incredible with the clips gloves and it gives you a really good option for budget loadouts. The MP9 Shredded is a camo skin, however the colors here are really nice, and also this skin is super pattern based so you can get more purple or more tan. The USPS Bleeding Edge is basically full red with a black background. It is pattern based by the way, very minor, however I did want to mention it for the crafting potential. Some patterns are going to have way more gray than red, it really comes down to what pattern you get. The Deagle Mulberry is literally one color, it's incredibly basic, however the color is super nice. It's like a shade of purple, it's got a nice shine to it, the crafting potential here is absolutely insane. The M4A1S Glitch Paint has an abstract style to it with a ton of different colors. Now this skin is incredibly pattern based, let me show you some examples. Pattern 50 has a ton of red and blue in the middle, pattern 450 primarily features pastel colors like pink and purple, pattern 700 is going to be super dark in the middle with a lot of gray, and here's pattern 950, so overall the pattern will determine what colors you get on this skin. And finally, the pink rarity skin from the Radiant collection is going to be the AK Nouveau Rouge. This skin is absolute art, it is absolutely gorgeous, it is minimal, we've got red, we've got this cream color and a lot of these golden accents, it's not pattern based, you have some god tier crafting potential, slingshots look really good, this skin is incredibly unique and it is absolutely gorgeous, probably the best possible thing you could get in your weekly care package. So that's pretty much the best looking skins that you can get from your weekly care package for free. Now I did leave out some of the boring skins like the camo ones, but with that being said guys, if you enjoyed or found this video helpful, consider subbing to the channel, drop a like on the video, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Peace out everyone.